Hello, good evening, and welcome back to today's The Hindu Analysis. And today's date is 27th September 2021. So, again, I am here, Praveen Chaudhary, to discuss today's Hindu newspaper important article. So, we'll start with the first article of today's newspaper is first article that will talk about flood management that cannot be watered down. So, obviously, this article is related with your disaster management. Okay, and most important point regarding this article is this will be helpful for your GS paper 3, that is the part of disaster management. Okay, so flood management that cannot be watered down. So let's read about this entire point here. For a lasting solution to the India Nepal floods, an intergovernmental panel must be formed with the local representation. So there should be a central water commission. Okay, the body called central water commission, then India Nepal flood management, and the river that is called a Soro of Bihar called a Kosi river. Okay, Kosi river is called Soro Bihar because of it frequently change its direction and it caused a flood in most of the part of Bihar state. So whatever the rivers that originate from the Nepal and that enter into India, because of the melting of the glaciers, these rivers are causing for the such type of flood in our country. So what should be the strategy that should both India and Nepal should take to control the flood in our country, so that problems related with the migration of people, relocation of people should be a further stop. Okay, so we'll go in detail about this news article so that we'll discuss some important point. Okay, now this is very clear that this article will be important for your GS paper 3. Okay, so many Bihar districts have been facing a serious challenge with the recurrent and massive flooding. Last year and this year 2021 also you had means obviously you read about some news related with the flood in Bihar. So what was the reason behind for a frequent flood, and that flood is considered as a more massive flooding in the part of Bihar? So we have to go background. Okay, we have to first see the background. What was the reason behind for this? Now, some of Nepal's biggest river system originate in the Himalayan glaciers, which then flow into India through a Bihar. So some of the Nepal's biggest river, including a Kosi river, okay, that is called Soro Bihar, that originate in Nepal, and all the three important ranges called Himalaya, Shivalik, or Lesser Himalaya, all passes through Nepal, and Nepal also have a many glaciers are there, and these glaciers are the major reason for a water means formation of water. So during the monsoon, this river system flood causing many problems of Bihar. Okay, the government of Bihar has raised the matter regular intervals. Okay, so government of Bihar always talk to in India that you should raise the concern with this issue with the Nepal government, so that both India and Nepal should take a joint action to control the frequent occurrence of such type of flood in our country. Now, what are the steps till now date taken for controlling the flood in both the countries? So, in 2004, called a joint project office. Okay, in a joint project office called at Biratnagar was established in Nepal to prepare a detailed project report, construct a high dam on Nepal side, like a Kosi River, Kamla, and Bagmati River. These are some important rivers that frequently change this direction and it causes in a flood in different part of this district in Bihar. So it was an initiative in 2004. The Joint Project Office, Biratnagar, was established in Nepal to prepare the detailed project report of construct a high dam on the Nepal side. Okay, so what are the other important point here? So in 2020, in India, the Central Water Commission, Ministry of Jal Shakti, convened a special meeting of the joint team of expert to ascertain the status of the detailed project report. So recently, our government have taken a fresh initiative where a Central Water Commission that work under the Ministry of Jal Shakti convened a special meeting of the joint team of expert. Joint team of expert means those who are expert in the flood management and study about the channels, how the river changes path always. They joined hand together and they prepare a detailed project so that this will be they will be more clear about the reason behind for frequent occurrence of this type of flood. Now, the Water Resources Department Bihar has repeatedly requested the Ministry of Jal Shakti to expedite the progress of detailed project report. Okay, so Department of Water Resource Department of Bihar always requested the Ministry of Jal Shakti to raise this issue with the Nepal government so that both India and Nepal should take action together to control such type of frequent occurrence of the flood, and that is cause a disaster in the few district of Bihar. Okay, despite the best effort made by the government of Bihar, the task remained unaccomplished even after 17 years. Okay, so 17 years already completed, and still people of Bihar, every year they faced a problem with the flood. Okay, the crucial matter of the water sharing with Nepal has been flagged by India officially as well. So Nepal's lack of promote reciprocation is a grave matter of concern. So Nepal is not in a willingness to take action again, along with the government of India to control the floods. That is a cause of concern for both the Bihar government and the Indian government, because right now Nepal's foreign policy is more aligned with the China. So whatever the China is saying to Nepal, Nepal is doing the same things. So China's all the Nepal's decision, all the Nepal's you can say that a foreign policy is based on China's action. So this is the what India should know, that China also established China Nepal economic corridor on the same ground like how China Pakistan economic corridor was constructed. Same ground China Nepal economic corridor was constructed. Okay, so this is how Nepal is more aligned toward the China. So it is essential that Nepal show the required will to find a long-term solution with India in ending a perennial disasters. Okay, second important thing is flood protection work. What are the flood protection work is required here? So as in the existing India-Nepal agreement on water resources, the state government is authorized to execute flood protection work up to critical stages. Okay, up to critical stages, like in inside the Nepal territory along the Indo-Nepal border. So in recent years, all such work have carried out amidst increasing the local resistance. Okay, even during the pandemic, the government of Bihar was intensively engaged at two levels with the local Nepalese authorities and through the appeal of the central government for carrying out flood protection. So you can say that Bihar government continuously on a consistent way means approaching to central government and the Nepal government for controlling this flood things, that every year it causes a loss of billions of economic loss for the Bihar government. Okay, this is the migration of people start from flood affected areas to southern part of the Bihar, which cause a further problem in different areas. After sustained coordination between the center and the Bihar and expedite intervention by India and Nepal, Kathmandu gave its conditional permission for manpower and machinery operation in Nepal area of the Koshi Basin. Okay, so this is now Nepal is taking action regarding for the controlling the flood in different part of the districts. Okay, now accordingly 21 out of 22 works could be completed. So out of 22 work, 21 could completed. Some progress was made to facilitate the smooth movement of the manpower, machinery and flood control material across the Gandak and Kamla rivers situated on the Nepal side to carry out flood protection work. Okay. Now, what other things should we do, both India and Nepal government, so that they can control the flood? That by controlling the flooding and using the water resources for the common development uses, such as hydroelectricity, irrigation, and waterways, India-Nepal relation can be strengthened even further. So this will be a helps to further. It will be a relation between India and Nepal will be strengthened. So obviously it will be a positive things. Some of the key aspects of India-Nepal flood management must be relooked into under the existing arrangement of India's federal system that offer a possibility of better coordination between center and state government. And the next, what they will do, there is a need for a process-driven coordination between the central government of Bihar to handle the flooding in Nepal's Terai and North Bihar, largely in Mithilanchal regions. So this is how, if you want a future where both India and Nepal relations should be further strengthened. So in such a case, we have to start an initiative where both the countries should take a part, join hand together and take a joint action against the occurrence of the frequent flood, and there should be a proper planning policies regarding the control of the flood that cause a billions of loss in Bihar and even with the different part of the country. Okay, after this we'll move to our next important article in today's newspaper that is given. This article is going digital for better health solution. This is one a center again saying that going digital for a better health system will be a best way for providing a health for each and every person in our country. So recently government introduced a scheme called a Pradhan Mantri Digital Health Mission this is launched. This is recently launched, called Pradhan Mantri Digital Health Mission, has been launched. So what are the important points regarding this project? The project will enable access and exchange of longitudinal health records of citizen with their consent. Okay, so means their health records will be stored. You can see as like a data management, where a store where the health of the persons will be stored according to their consent. This is their government is following the right to privacy. Okay, the right to privacy is actually followed by the government, respected by the government, that if the citizen give their consent, then their health record will be accessed by the government, otherwise they will not access them. It will create a seamless online platform through the provision of a wide range of data, information, and infrastructure services by leveraging open, interoperable, standards-based digital system while ensuring the security, confidentiality, and privacy of health-related personal information. So this is how a government making a digital one way for providing services without any problem. At the same time, government is also respecting the right to privacy. Okay, government is also means respecting their fundamental rights. Okay, the services should not be data should not be a leakage. There should not be a chance of leakage of any data. It should be a standard based digital system while ensuring the security, confidentiality, and privacy of health related personal information. The main aim of this aim is to create interoperability within the digital health ecosystem, similar to the role played by the unified payment interface in revolutionizing the payments. Okay, so this will be also how means users can do a payment with the help of unified payment interface. Okay, it will also people to access the health facility more easily. So overall, government is main objective behind for launching this scheme is providing a health for all. You can access health without any obstacles. So this is the main objective of behind the government for launching this type of schemes. Now, maybe in a prelims exam, they can ask you what are the important components of this scheme. So you should know some points like a health ID for a health ID card for every citizen. This would work as their health account to which personal health record can be linked and viewed with the help of mobile application. Okay, second important point is the healthcare professional registry and healthcare facilities registries will be also one part of the this scheme. And under this program, or you can say scheme, that these two facilities, that is called healthcare professional registry and healthcare facilities registries, that will act as a repository for all healthcare provider across both modern and traditional system of medicines. This will ensure ease of doing business for doctor, hospitals, and healthcare service provider. Now, Pradhan Mantri, this digital health mission is being implemented as a pilot phase in 6 union territories. Okay, so remember this first it will be applied in 6 union territories. Okay, now this Pradhan Mantri Digital Health Mission is a sandbox created as a part of mission, will act as a framework for technology and product testing that will help organization, including private players, intending to be a part of national digital health ecosystem, because it become a health information provider or health information user. The nationwide rollout of the PM DHM concept with the third anniversary of Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. So after this, we'll move to another important news article that is mentioned today. That is a new cyclone called Gulab crosses the coast near Kalingapatnam. Okay, so now this is the Gulab crossed the North Andhra Pradesh and South Odisha coast about 20 km north of Kalingapatnam on Sunday. So cyclonic storm called Gulab, this is crossed the North Pradesh and north of the Andhra Pradesh and south of the Odisha. Okay, so what type of this cyclone and how this is affecting the eastern part of India? This will be important information. So cyclone Gulab crossed the North Andhra Pradesh and South Odisha coast, triggering the widespread rain in the regions. So when a cyclone landfall, okay, landfall is a term we use that explain when a cyclone is hitted the coastal areas. So in such a case, a huge quantity of rain will be happen, and also a storms called a wind's velocity is very high. So with such a very high speed, it heated the coastal area and it caused the destruction of things here. The deep depression over the Bay of Bengal intensified into a cyclone Gulab. The third cyclone 2021 after Taute and Yas, the cyclone Gulab was named by Pakistan. So maybe in exam they can ask you naming of the cyclones के ऊपर question आ सकता है. So naming of the cyclone there it is happened because by the 13 countries called which of the following 13 countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Oman, Maldives, Yemen, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Iran, Arab, okay, United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. This country choose the name of cyclone in the North Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea, and Indian Ocean. So India has proposed names such as Gati. These are the name proposed by India: Gati, Tej, Murasu, Ag, Neer, Prabhanjan, okay, Gurni, Ambud, Jaldi, and Vega. These are the names suggested by the Indian. Means that will be the name of the cyclone. So maybe in prelims they can ask you which of the following name is suggested by India and which one is suggested by the different countries. Okay, so this factual information will be very helpful. Now, new important strategic road connectivity is completed in 2021 called is called Beijing Lhasa key road link completed. Now, this is the China's completed the key section of Beijing Lhasa Expressway that is 295-kilometer stretch from Lhasa to Nagpur. So, what is the importance of this road link and how it will be explored the China's policy that is called Belt and Road Initiative. The recently completed section of located on average altitude of 4,500 meter above sea level, which Chinese media have termed the world's highest expressway. This is termed as the world highest expressway. Now, China already have launched the high-speed bullet train connecting Lhasa with Nangchi, strategically located within town, located close to the Arunachal Pradesh. So this should be the cause of concern for India, maybe because the China how they are entering India from each and every area from the northern side, from the eastern side. So whatever the infrastructure project that is completed near the India border, India China border, this is a cause of concern for India, and India should maybe have some alternate option so that during the time of war or any external threat, India can also take a similar action in future. Okay, so this all news for today's news article. We'll meet you tomorrow again with tomorrow news article. Okay, so try to write all the news information and make some objective questions from the given news articles. Okay, thank you everybody. Good night. Take care.